Yeah, welcome back to Fusioneers. My name is Joseph. Today we're going to be making a tapered cup, which is a little bit different than our other cup, which was more straight in nature. So this will look more like a actual cup that you're used to seeing. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, if you're not already a part of the Fusioneers Skool community, go ahead and sign up. It's free. The link is down in the description at skool.com/Fusioneers. On the Fusioneers site, you'll get access to these PDFs where you can practice measuring these out. If you're trying to measure this and make it before I show you how, just some hints on this would be, you want to measure the bottom, you also want to measure the top, and then you want to measure how far off this angle is from 90 degrees. So you can measure from here to horizontal and then subtract that from 90, or you could try to measure this distance with your protractor. And then this is a detail here. There's actually chamfers on here, and then also at the bottom, but this is a 10:1 scale, and this is a smaller scale as well, just to show you what the cup actually looks like. And it, as you can see, it is tapered like a kind of standard cup that you'll see at a restaurant or anything like that. So if you're trying to measure this, go ahead and do that. I gave you a little hint here on what taper angle to use, and you can go ahead and try it out for yourself. So go ahead and pause the video if you want to do it. All right, so assuming that you measured this, these are the measurements that you should have gotten. It's a 3mm thick wall cup for the bottom and the sides. The top is 80mm, the bottom is 60mm. It's 100mm tall, which is the same as the cup we did earlier. And then this is 95.7. And I give you this because I'll show you here in a second why. With this first method, you kind of have to guess, unless you want to do some pretty complicated math about what angle you need to use. But the other methods I'll show you won't actually even need this angle to figure it out. So let's go ahead and get started with the first method, which is the taper method. So go ahead and start up the Fusioneers project. I'm going to make a new folder. This is going to be cup with taper. Open that up and then make a new design. And we're going to click Command S to save. And this is going to be cup with taper. Just kind of redundant, but anyway, you'll see why in a second. So we're going to turn on the origin, and then kind of like our other cups, we're going to start with the sketch on the bottom. And this is the bottom of the cup, so we're going to click C to get the center diameter circle, and then create that 60mm in diameter circle like that. So if you don't know what I just did, I clicked D for dimension and then made it 60mm. It's constrained to the origin there. So we're going to go ahead and click finish sketch. And now we're just going to click E for extrude. And then we're going to make it 100mm tall, which is the height of the cup. And then this is where the taper method comes into play. You'll see this taper angle, and that is kind of why I gave you the angle here. So 5.71 just happens to basically work out to almost exactly an 80mm diameter top of the cup. And the reason I gave it to you is you kind of have to guess and check, or you can do some trigonometry to figure it out. But to be honest, this is not the best way to do this. I just wanted to show you this first because this is kind of the easiest way to get a tapered cup. And, a lot of people, if they're making a cup, it doesn't really matter how big the top is. They might just want it to look tapered like a cup is. So using this taper angle, you could do like an 8-degree taper if you wanted to make it a little bit wider. Let's see what that looks like. So, you can play around with this. 20 is a pretty big cup. You might use that for something like a bowl if you're trying to make something like that. But anyway, 5.71 just kind of works out to where this top is around 80mm. So I'm going to click OK. And then we can check that by just clicking here. You can see that it's 79.99, so really close to 80mm. So for all intents and purposes, this is probably okay. But again, there's a better way to do this that I'll show you in the upcoming videos. Anyway, this is how you make the tapered cup, and then to shell it out, we're going to click the shell command, click here, we're going to make it 3mm thick walls, which is what the wall thickness is. This also applies to the base down here, and then we're going to add our chamfer. We're just going to click that top surface, and that'll get the inside and outside chamfer. We're going to make that 0.4mm, and then down here at the bottom, we're going to also select this edge, so you might have to hold command to be able to select that. And now we have our chamfer down there at the bottom as well. And click OK, and now you can see that we have our nice tapered cup. And so again, this is not the easiest way to do that. You have to kind of know that angle, which is hard to measure at times and a little bit difficult to calculate. But in the next video, I'll show you a little bit easier way to do it. So thanks for watching and hope you enjoyed it.